Hi everybody, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. I am so excited to be back with you. It is the middle of January and I know I took about a good month off, but honestly I needed it. It was really relaxing. Mark and I got to spend some time just kicking back, relaxing and enjoying the holidays and feel refreshed and ready to go. So welcome back. I am kicking off this new year talking about a few different kinds of vegetables. I know I took a couple of polls right before we left for the holiday break, and I promise I will get to those things in the next couple of weeks, but I really wanted to kick off with a couple of different types of vegetables and show you give you some tips on how to prepare them. This is the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, I believe. So I thought it might be kind of fun just to kick it off that way. And one of my all-time favorite vegetables, especially during the winter when it's kind of hard to find good fresh vegetables, one of my favorites are beets. It's kind of funny. Mark even teases me sometimes. We'll be going out to dinner or we'll look at menus these days to see where we want to order dinner from, and he'll see a salad with beets in it and he'll say, oh, I know you're gonna like this restaurant, they have a salad that has beets in it. And that's so true. One of my favorite salads is like an arugula salad with beets and goat cheese. So it was always a treat, and I thought about it and I thought, I never really cook beets at home. Why? Well, they are a little intimidating. I mean, it's kind of this root vegetable. It is a root. The bulb is the root. It's underground, and when you get it at the grocery store, it even kind of smells a little earthy. This one's washed, so it doesn't anymore, but when you first buy it, it does. And you probably know that when you cook with them or peel them, they're really bright purple. And that can kind of leak onto your hand. You can see my thumb has a little bit of purple on it. It'll wash off, no big deal. But they're kind of intimidating. But I have learned and played with them, and I wanted to share with you a way that I prepare them. It's kind of roasting, not really, but kind of roasting them in the oven. And I roast them with, you can see I've sliced up a half of an orange in 2 pieces. I have, there are 3 beets in here. And then I am gonna add to it and cook them in 100% pure cranberry juice. Not the sweetened cranberry juice, this is the pure 100% cranberry juice. I really, really like this. It goes perfectly with the beets. It's kind of a little bit sour and a little bit of bitter, and combined with the oranges and the beets, it just really brings out a beautiful flavor in the beets, and it's kind of wintry. It's just really nice. And then I add a little bit of fennel seeds to it. So anyway, what I wanted to do was show you how I go about preparing the beet to get it ready to put in the oven, and then I'll show you when they're done. So I've already cut a couple, peeled and cut a couple. I left one so I can show you. Some people will say the better way to do this, or the way they like to do it, is they cut the ends off of the bulb and maybe slice it and put it in the oven with the skin still on. Take it out of the oven, let it cool, and then they just peel off the skin very quickly and easily. Say it causes a lot less mess. That does work. I've done it that way in the past, but I like to peel them ahead of time and then cut them the way I did here. And the reason is getting the peel off first. 1, it's done. I don't have to deal with it later. And 2, I feel like the flavor really then infuses into the beets so much better, so much nicer. Now, it is a little bit messy, and I work really pretty quickly so that my fingers don't get too pink or purple, but I'm just gonna show you how I do it. It really doesn't take much time at all. Now, first things first, I covered my cutting board with some wax paper. And I did that because the beets will stain, and I don't want to get my white cutting board or my wood cutting board kind of purpley. So I covered it with wax paper, and I'm gonna slice off the end and slice off the top. Now, you'll notice I have some greens, I've kept those over on the side. And the reason is, and you should really think about this when you're buying beets, is buy them with the greens on. The greens, you can use them for other, you've got another vegetable there. You're getting 2 vegetables out of this. So save the greens. The bigger greens you can chop up and saute. The little baby ones, thought I got a little baby one here, a couple little baby ones. The little ones, you can toss those into a salad, and they've got a little bit of a bitter flavor, kind of like kale, but they add some color. They add a little bit of purple color with the, I don't know if you can see the purple in there. They're really pretty in a salad. And then chopped up and sauteed quickly with some olive oil and garlic and a little bit of lemon juice. They're delicious that way too. So don't throw the greens away, save them. Have your bulb, all right, ready to go. All I have to do, I take a vegetable peeler and very quickly peel the beet, just like so. And I do work pretty fast with this because I don't want my hands to stain. Some people will wear gloves when they do this, and you can certainly do that. Hang on a second. You can certainly wear gloves when you're cutting your beets. I find the plastic gloves just get in the way. They just don't fit me well. And I figure it's pretty easy to wash my hands really fast, and I get most of it off. And by the end of the night, as I'm preparing dinner, I've washed my hands so much that the beet juice is gone. So anyway, back to the beet. So now I have my beet. It is peeled and ready to go. And what I do is this one I'm gonna, you want your pieces of beets to be about the same size. So I'm gonna cut this one into 8s and add it to my pan here, just like so. And that's pretty much it. What I'm going to do then, I have a cup of cranberry juice. I'm gonna add that to the beets, cover them. I have a teaspoon of fennel seeds. Some people like fennel, some people don't. I think it adds a really nice flavor, kind of a anisey flavor, which goes really well with the oranges and the beets and the cranberry. You don't need to add them though if you don't like fennel. It does have so you either like it or you don't. So you could certainly leave these out, but I add about a teaspoon of fennel seeds. You can, if you really want the flavor of the fennel, you can crush them. I just like them this way. I add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I just kind of sprinkle it through. Not a whole lot. And this will be enough for about 4 people, 4 servings. And a couple twists of black pepper. All right, the beets are ready to go. Now what I'm going to do, I have my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to cover them with tin foil, and I'm going to bake them really for takes about 40-45 minutes with beets about this size. I'll probably test them after 30, and when they give a little bit, they may need, like, if you're hitting kind of the center and you're hitting a little resistance, they're not quite done. Another 5 minutes and they'll be ready to go. You should be able to get that knife in really nicely and not hit any resistance. Then you'll know that they're done. So anyway, I will cover them with tin foil, pop them in the oven, and bake them for 30 to 45 minutes. They're pretty small, so these will probably take about 40 minutes. Now, have some that are done, so let's take a look at those. Oh, they smell so good. All right. Ooh. See, they were in the oven. Okay, steamy. You can see the oranges really cooked nicely, and my knife just goes in no problem. These are done, no resistance, and that is what you do. And I have roasted beets ready for dinner. Now, I will serve these with the juice. You can serve them dry, you can serve them with the juice. The other thing I would do with these, it's just Mark and I, so we're not gonna eat this whole thing tonight. I will take them, pack them up and store them, and then I can toss them into an arugula salad, like we're going out to dinner. Or I can take the beets along with the juice and do a puree and puree the beets. I might even squeeze in some of the orange juice with it. And you can you could do like a chicken breast or a pork tenderloin on top of a beet puree. Delicious. You could mix that puree into rice. You could mix it into risotto. That would be so pretty, like a nice purple risotto. You could put it into a smoothie. Why not? It would give it a beautiful purple color. Beets are a great source of antioxidants. Of course, they're so colorful. They're loaded with beta carotene and other antioxidants. They're super healthy. So that is my tip for Tuesday on how to, it's not really roasting, it's almost kind of baking or poaching, really, oven poaching, I guess, beets, but that's how I make my beets. So perfect for a winter dinner. Enjoy, have a wonderful week, everybody. I'm so excited to be back, and we will get to oils. We'll talk about different types of oils coming up. We'll talk about making a vinaigrette, your own salad dressing. What else do I have on my list? I am making a roux, show you how to make a roux, and squash is coming up too. So lots to come, and I'm really excited to kick this year off. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you next week.